Oh, hey, well, hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. I'll try to spit this out really quickly, but for some reason I felt like I got an epiphany, and then I also got two and two put together, because people will say certain things, but then it'll correlate with me, because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, that happened to me. So I guess it's safe to say that we are in Revelations. Now, me, I don't know much about the Bible. I don't even know much about prophecy, but I do know what's unfolding and what's literally falling into place. And if they're saying that certain prophecies or certain things have to happen before I don't know if it's called the beginning of sorrows or end days, whatever you want to call it, but I'm thinking like, I feel like everything done happened. The only thing we do need to wait for is the show. Because, I mean, we already got the locusts, already got the strange bacteria, already got the zombies, already got the pestilence and the basically lawlessness. Because what's happening, you know how right is right, wrong is wrong, and you get left for dead and thrown on the bus and they take care of criminals. That's all a part of the program, and that's what creates the environment for chaos, so to speak. Like, that's going to open the door for war, open the door for, and then like, they call it hating. Oh, black people hating on immigrants. It's like, so are you doing that on purpose, or do you think that's going, you know what I'm saying? Or it's weird stuff like that. It's what's going on. That's just to keep it short and sweet. But I'm only saying something now is because today, if I can get the exact date, I believe today is the 12th, September 12th, I believe. And today I heard a trumpet today. So I don't know if it was the trumpet, but there was definitely someone on the side of the road. They blew a trumpet, and it sounded like, not necessarily a trumpet like one you see in the marching band, like a swirled horn looking, literally look like a long, like almost like an elephant husk or tusk. And it's like, had the horn sound. I think he maybe blew it 2 or 3 times, but I'm thinking like, okay. To me, I'm like, it was symbolic, because when it was happening earlier today, as I was walking, I didn't think anything of it. But literally a few hours later, when I go to look at videos, a guy mentioned, he's like, oh, the first trumpet will go off. So basically, this video was before I heard the trumpet. And honestly, none of these people were talking to me, but like I say, if they're saying something, just like if somebody say, okay, run, it's a fire, and I'm thinking like, hey, California's on fire. You see what I'm saying? So it'll be something where they're not necessarily talking to me, but it's like getting different confirmation from different places that I'm not even looking for. Like, all of this stumbled upon me. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, all of this literally is unfolding around. Excuse me. So the man pretty much said something. He said something about a blood moon. I don't know if he said Minnesota, because I'm like super terrible with names, but he did. He named a state. He said the first trumpet is about to sound. There was already a blood moon in Minnesota. Basically this and that. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm sure someone can vouch for that blood moon. And then whatever else is going on is like everything's falling in place. I'm thinking like, oh wow. Well, it's funny you mentioned trumpet, because I heard something that resembled a trumpet today, and then don't have to look far for the blood moon. And then there was a lady like, oh yes, it's gonna be a bad earthquake on something that's gonna break California. And I'm thinking like, today, when I received the phone call today about the California earthquake, when they were, when I was getting the alerts, it was coming as panic. Like, oh my gosh, is everything okay? Or, oh wow, I'm surprised you didn't say anything. And excuse me. Literally, as I'm talking, my sinuses are literally closing up on me. And I might even shut up, but I didn't notice it at all. I only knew of an earthquake due to a phone alert and then a phone call. Like, oh my gosh, are you shaking, or is everything? I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? This is about like a 4 point. I don't know the magnitudes of it. Like, oh, okay, what the numbers mean. Oh, if it's good or, I didn't notice it. But last month I did. I've noticed a few of them, and it wasn't nothing. To me, I'm always alarmed when I feel it, because it's like you feel that rumbling, and especially if you can feel the building moving, because you get some buildings where it's supposed to be built to take the heat. So if it's shaking and twisting, it's supposed to shake and twist with the motions, so you can feel it. Like, to me, what I got was, it just feels like it's like we're sitting on a ball of water or something, and it's like you're moving on the waves, and it lasts a few seconds, but it's enough to shake you, or it's like, okay, yeah, there's the message that I got is there's more where that comes from. That was the message that I got. That's why I'm like, okay, whoa, like I'll be on my toes. I'm thinking like, ooh, I don't want no more of that. Like I'm okay with a few seconds, and then I'll, you know. But I mentioned that because literally everything that I experienced today, someone was talking about it as far as, oh, this is what's gonna happen, you know, and it had nothing to do with old time. Like, oh, they released the video today and I just heard it just now. No, it's like, excuse me. It's like literally like that guy, I believe, who made the video with the whole blood moon thing and with the trumpet. That was previously recorded. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, although these videos were made at their own time, like whenever they made it between now and in the past, basically all of those, what they were saying was what I experienced literally today. Everything what they said is what happened today. I mean, other than the blood moon, I don't think I seen the blood moon, but someone talked about it. I felt like I maybe I don't know, or a blood sun. I don't know what it's called, blood somebody. Yeah. Oh, another thing too. I think I have one more epiphany, which probably has nothing to do with anything, but to me, I feel like, okay, that would make sense. With the whole flooding of the quote unquote aliens, the illegal aliens, I'm thinking they're doing a flood, so as they're coming in, you're noticing more and more strange activity. So then therefore, when the real strange activity, like the strange activity from the skies or the strange activities as far as like sorcery or witchcraft, when that starts to come to fruition, it won't be so much as a shock. Like right now, the things that we're shocked about now, it's nothing new. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, they're eating cats and dogs. Like, this is not our first, like, did we forget about eating cats and dogs? And hell, some of us are guilty of eating cats and dogs without even knowing it, you know, just by wherever the hell we decide to eat at. You see what I'm saying? And I'll keep this short and sweet. If you eat Asian food or eat fast food, please don't say that you don't eat this and that, or what you don't or won't eat. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. But I believe the whole quote unquote the release of the illegal aliens, quote unquote, that's to condition us for the real quote unquote aliens, you know, or the real quote unquote strange. I don't want to just blame it on strange activity in the sky, because I mean, you don't have to get strange activity from the sky for it to be deemed strange activity or quote unquote alien, but that's what I believe, you know, it's conditioning. Oh, bring in the strange activity now, so when the real strange activity, you see what I'm saying, or when the real pink Jesus come, it won't be so mind blown, because our minds are getting blown now. You see what I'm saying? Now that somebody's eating the park ducks. You see what I'm saying? So that's my epiphany that I got as far as that. But I think that was it. Like as far as, and if anyone knows anything about the trumpet, like I said, I only know, I'm literally learning as I go. Like, I really don't. And maybe I should know more. Like I said, they just say lack of knowledge it could be detrimental. But like I said, I won't know everything, only because I'm on a journey. And if you call yourself doing a journey where you're working day by day, or even based off faith, you won't know what the hell's going on anyway. You see what I'm saying? You can only know what's going on in the moment, and then you'll get your assignments and your epiphanies on how to move next. Like, okay, do this to this and that, or shut up and wait in this meantime. You see what I'm saying? So you do what you're supposed to do in the meantime until you get that, you know, that until something literally speaks to you, or you get your message or your epiphany through somebody else. Because I remember I told you, people will come out of nowhere and they'll give me updates and stuff. I'm thinking like, what the hell are you talking about? Just like with the older gentleman that I ran into, when I was pretty much saying like, okay, oh my gosh, Kamala needs to be stoned, like somebody else needs to be in it. And literally, he came out of nowhere, like he said, you do qualify for president. You should get in there and basically say you're here to overthrow. I just found that really funny, because I'm thinking like, to me, I wouldn't do it like that. I would not do it president style. I would just do it literally like a one ruler. That's what they're trying to do anyway. One world ruler. That's how I would have to do it anyway, you know, because it's like, okay, there needs to be law and order around here, you know what I mean? And you can't just say, oh, law and order over here and everybody else is reckless. No, there needs to be literally total law and order. Yeah, but yeah, but I think that was it as far as, you know, and that's why it's important too. And they say, be careful of, like, literally, these are not the time to be getting fancy. Oh, I'm gonna try that, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna get into that. There's too much. When I say at this point, everything is getting used against us to where you can see the sorcery in everything. I think some guy put Ohio tap water into his fish tanks, and he said his fish are dead. He said they ate the snails, the fish, and everything. He said you don't see the fish carcass or nothing. He said that whatever these little, there's excuse me. He said they're like little I don't know if they're tadpoles, but basically like there's little mites or little somethings in these waters they're eating stuff up. So if he had it, and I don't know why would you put tap water in a fish tank. I guess it wasn't necessarily a fish tank, a fish bowl, but still I thought you're supposed to use a certain water for fish. But he said he got it out the tap, and whatever these parasites or whatever these little things, or there was little creatures in the water that ate the fish and ate his snails. He had water snail and fish in there. He said he don't even feel a fish carcass. They ate every damn thing. And they left the snail shell. Yeah, so he said that was there, and then I think that, oh yeah, and then there was some type of strange goop, or like a strange, I don't know if it was a slug, but it was something that looked like a long string. They said it'll hang out in air. The canned Arizona drinks, like my scientist said, literally are like, it's probably like, shut up, I think I'm getting choked, like shut up, don't mention Arizona. But the cans of Arizona tea, I think they'll have different flavors, Arizona this and that, tea and the fruit punch, Arizona period, the Arizona brand. And me, I'm guilty of drinking Arizona. I haven't drinking it lately, but according to these TikTok, they'll have something. Once they get to the bottom of the can, it's like a huge slug. I don't know what this is at the bottom of it, like a thick ball of goop. I don't know what it is, but they said they'll show it hanging out of the can. They'll flip it upside down, and it'll be a long string or a huge glob that come out the can. I don't know how true it is. Like I don't experience that, but I'm okay with just staying away from a lot of stuff because I can believe it at this point, because like I said, you can see the sorcery now. It's one of those things where it's not sneaky anymore. It's right there. Like I say, you could see, like I said, with those little parasites, you could see them in the water. You could see them eating up stuff, and the water was cloudy too. It's really weird. Like you could trust me, didn't get tainted enough. You're gonna see it's gonna start coming out through the pores, like I mentioned. Like if I'm demonic, it's gonna come out. Like I'm gonna give you demonic vibes. Everything I do is probably gonna scream demon. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what's happening. The sorcery is coming out. Like if the poison in the food, it's literally poison is written on the package. Like they're not hiding no more. They probably never was, but right now it's just like it's right there. Bam, there is no not in the basement. It's right here at the front door. Yeah, so that's basically what's happening now. That people are noticing, they're seeing it now, and then it's like this is why now the line in the sand is drawn, because it's like, okay, well, now that we see this right here in our face, what we doing? What side you on? You see what I'm saying? What side you on? Because that's literally what it is. Are you choosing life or death? Because that's literally what our only two options are. Like, that's literally what's happening right now. And then therefore too, you have to keep in mind, you got to be able to know the real from the fake. Like I said, that's why it's discernment will take you a long way, and discernment can and will save your life, or at least buy you some time. I don't want to say, matter of fact, okay, you got discernment, you ain't gonna come up short, but it'll at least buy you some time. I can say that, because discernment will let you see what the hell is going on. You can smell what's going on before it happens, and it'll give you that nudge or the kick in the ass to get out the way. And that's another thing too. They said it was a guy. He said he came from the South. He said, God told me, gave me a dream and told me to come here to let y'all know in California. He talked to some police officers on the video to let y'all know that there's a flood coming. California's about to get towed up. Y'all get on out of California. And yeah, I just think a lot of this stuff is inedible. It's like one of those things. It's all right. Another thing too before I shut up. Earthquakes, tsunamis, what's the other one? Like hurricanes, like any type of storm, like anything that has, even volcanoes and all of that's pretty much the same thing, because it all starts like at the pits of the earth. You see what I'm saying? And it's all like, it all works off vibrations. Like, what are my vibrations, or what are my snips and snaps telling me? I think of it as a form of gas. Like, how if you have gas and you're like, okay, we'll just say you got gas in a swimming pool, and you get that boom, boom, and then just the waves go boom, 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 and then you get one of them that blows up. The part that blows up, that's the volcano. I'll just use that and that. I don't know, for some reason that gave me, every time I feel an earthquake, that would give me like, oh my God, it's like, you feel the rumbling. Okay, that's your stomach rumbling. So that's the earthquake. Boom. The earth's stomach is rumbling, so it's giving me the earthquake. The gas, boom. Those bean pies or chili fritters, whatever you ate, boom. That's the volcano. And that how it is too? When you go to taco night, boom. is it not lava all over the toilet? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I got this. I don't know. I have the strangest examples, but pretty much that's what it is. Like as far as that's why and then even with the tsunami stuff too, it's like what's going on in the Earth's core or in this ocean, whatever, what is going on in the pits where, I don't know, that sinuses where it's like all of this water, you get these waves. I guess you could say that's sneezing, I guess. And it's just 100-foot waves coming right at you out of nowhere. I don't know how to explain it, but basically it's all the same thing too. Because if I have it's like an earthquake or something here. What was it? Something that Ring of Fire that was mentioned too. Like wherever that is, there's something where it's like, okay, well, if this sets off these earthquakes here, or that set off this volcano here, or they're all just gonna blow. And I'm like, okay, because it's connected. It's kind of like everything is connected. So like I said, so if it wants to throw up or get diarrhea from chili night, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Because it's like, especially if it's natural. Like, okay, if it's naturally, the earth got gas, then it's like, be looking forward to some volcanoes popping off in strange places. You see what I'm saying? Like I say, you can't control. Like I say, I'm literally being serious when I say, you call yourself going out for chili night, and let's just say like, okay, you're stuck at the club. You're going to have to let that bomb out at the club, otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Or in the or you see what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter where. That's why I say people think, oh, we don't usually get earthquakes or volcanoes. Well, you do now. All right, I think that's it. But I'll be back if I have more. Be well, be safe.